Hey, a lot of people play fantasy football, and we tape here in Southern California, and a lot of people know that Christian McCaffery with the Niners is, in most fantasy drafts, went number one.
Wow.
Yeah, across all fantasy drafts. The guy is a special, special athlete. And I'll selfishly say that he's from my home state of Colorado.
Wow.
But that's a whole different story, okay? Ed McCaffrey's son.
Wow.
So Christian McCaffrey, I said this in one of our earlier podcasts. It's always a great day when the Rams win because I covered the Rams and I'm supposed to be unbiased, but it's easier to get information when they win.
Yes.
I'll just say it that way. And when they win and the Niners lose, well, part of the reason they lost is because this fine athlete twisted his oblique.
Yes.
There's a lot of people watching that are like, his what? Oblique.
So connecting his spine, his torso, where the 23 is, to his pelvis. Look carefully, Kurt, and you can show the viewers. His shoulders are facing forward.
Yep.
And his pelvis is facing the other way.
Back.
And in between is his spine. So how do you get one direction for the shoulders and the other direction for the pelvis through the spine? That's a twist. That's a twist of the torso. Twist is not going to happen by horizontal muscles. Twist occurs when muscles go diagonally. So let's go into the Weekend Warrior locker room.
Producer Eli, let's get rid of this jersey. Let's go into the Weekend Warrior locker room and look at an oblique. Does that work for you?
It does, through the skin. And here you can see the word, external abdominal oblique. These are these diagonal muscles that allow a player to have a twist. They anchor themselves to ribs and then the pelvis. Some of them go to the spine and then end up by the pelvis. This is what allows you to have movement of your pelvis because of these oblique or diagonal muscles.
These and these?
So these are called the external oblique, just these guys here.
Gotcha.
But these are also, this is your serratus anterior. These are also obliquely oriented muscles. This is your latissimus. Yeah, it's horizontal over here, but look at how it's becoming diagonal. Twist occurs because when these muscles contract, because they're diagonal, or better known as oblique, that's what allows you to rotate. And they are exquisitely painful. And another injury that we ain't good at operating on. So there's no surgery that awaits. This good and bad news. You can numb things up with a shot. Be careful because there's very important structures deep in your gut that can be injured. So you need to be conservative in terms of not looking for procedures, if you will. They've got to go on to heal. And you may be interviewing Christian McCaffrey one day,
right,
and notice this week that he's going to be wearing maybe a bulletproof type of football vest, because if that linebacker knows that he has that injury, I suspect he's going to put his shoulder pad directly into that oblique.
No question. Now, one of the things covering the NFL for me is it's very structured and it's very routine, Dr. Klapper. Every Wednesday so Tuesdays is mandatory NFL Players Association day off. And this is for teams that play on Sunday, not Monday. It's just pushed back a day if it's on Monday. But Tuesdays, players stay off. Wednesday, practice. Thursday, practice. Fridays, walkthrough. Saturdays, meetings, play on Sunday. Wednesday, Thursdays are the big days. 99% of all coaches make their decisions if they went through. If I see a report and he did not practice, that wouldn't surprise me on Wednesday because it's healing. That would not surprise me on Thursday. But on average, we don't know the severity of this.
Right.
How long does this take to heal? And is there a possibility of doing even more damage by not waiting long enough?
So external obliques will always, never say never because you never know.
Sure.
They will always go on to heal. They never need surgery. They will heal. The degree of severity is obviously, is it a microscopic tear? But they don't usually rip completely like we see in Achilles tendons or rotator cuffs or quadriceps muscles. Other muscles that we see rip, they don't go 100%. They're bruised, they fill with blood, and any movement, they're rich in nerve endings, they hurt. Are they healed in a week? Not so much. Can you numb them up and make it feel that way? You're still not going to be 100%. So without examining him, but just hearing that he missed that very important game that they lost, believe me, you know him better than anybody else. He wanted to come back and
Absolutely.
play. The very fact that he couldn't help his team and they lost tells you the severity of that injury. Will it be better in a week? You got to hope. I don't know when their bye week is, but that's what you need for this kind of an injury to let it to calm down.
Now, they don't have a bye this week. They go into Minnesota, which is a turf team as well, and traveling. I want to go a little deeper on something you said. You said, if I heard you right, they heal by themselves.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Give me more on that. That's really, is that just the blood flow? How does it heal by itself?
Look carefully, Klapper vision, at your own skin. Rip your skin. It will start to bleed. As the bleeding occurs, it will form a clot. All these things are happening internally. You just happen to see it because I'm doing a Klapper vision that you can see your skin. The blood clots, becomes like chocolate pudding.
Yep.
It then becomes a scab. And then later the scab peels away and you have a line. And a year later, you can barely see that you had a cut.
That's exactly
that
right.
happens internally.
Wow, that's good stuff.